All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahak, Kodash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad, and in every place, redeemed at the time, ready to be saved. Shalom. Alright. Title of this lesson will be all wickedness will be rooted out. Alright? All wickedness will be rooted out. Okay? Because as it is written in the Apocrypha, that wickedness have exceedingly polluted the earth. Alright? And it's based off the the reign of the so-called white man. All right. And you can read about that also in the book of Proverbs. Matter of fact, let me get it, because I don't want to butcher it. So, book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 16. It says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth. You see that? So, who are the wicked? Well, go and read Malachi, the first chapter. Esau is the wicked, all right? The so-called white man, all right? They are the wicked. How do we know that that's the so-called white man? Because I'm going to read this again. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, all right? And what are we seeing now? We're seeing exactly that, all right? You know, wickedness is on a grand scale, on an astronomical level, all right? So this scripture right here proves that the so-called white man is the wicked. Because read right once again, it says when the wicked are multiplied. When the scriptures speak about the word multiply, meaning to be in power, to be on the throne, to be running things, man. All right. That's what it means when it says that when the wicked is multiplied. All right. It says when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth. It should get worse and worse, because they ass is on the throne, man. All right. But you see, when you read on, it says, "But the righteous shall see their fall," and that's happening now. All right. And, ultimately, it's gonna be when on those chariots, we're gonna, Lord willing, we are that number. All right, but we're beholding it now. Yahweh Shai, what did he say? He said, "I beheld Satan fall as lightning." You see, so that has to be a transition of power, all right, in order for wickedness to be dissolved, man. All right. Because right now, that's what this what. Look, in the kingdom, you gonna have, the other nations. They still gonna go off. All right, but it's not gonna be done. It's not gonna be done. Just without second thoughts. All right, without thinking, without caution. Well, it's like without being cautious. All right, because now that's what it is. All right, that's why it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, that because judgment is not speedily executed. Sin is hold on. Let me see. Let me get there real quick. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It said, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. Right. But you see in the kingdom, they gonna have second thoughts. But they gonna be in the flesh, so they going to go off. They going to sin. All right. But you see now, there's a desire in the earth to sin is a desire to go off, to do all type of iniquity. It's a desire, man. It's a love for sin here on the planet Earth. All right, it's a love for sin, for iniquity. They love to do it. All right. Matter of fact, let's get Isaiah. Let me see. I think it's let me see. Isaiah 19. Oh, not 19. It's lucky. Hold on, let me find it. All right. I know it's Isaiah. Hold on, bear with me. All right. All right. It's Isaiah chapter 59, verse 7. It said, "Their feet run to evil." You see that? Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. All right? So, like it says in Jeremiah, it said, to do good, my people know if not, but to do evil, they know. Roughly paraphrasing. So, right here, and it says, verse 8, it says, the way of peace they know not. You see, it says, and there is no judgment in their goings. You see, they're not being judged. That once again, because who is in power? the so-called white man. All right. Esau is made it legal for adultery. To commit adultery. All right. But you see, all that's finna change, man. All that's finna change. Cause it's gonna be a new it's gonna be a righteous system set up, man. A righteous government. Yahweh Shai and 144,000. All right. So all wickedness and iniquity is finna be rooted out. You know when you root a plant out, when you take it by the roots and yank it out of the earth by the roots, hey, it's never gonna grow back. All right. And that's what Yahweh Shemel Shai is finna do to wickedness, man. You know, he got to get rid of the of Esau first. You know, because they are the biggest influence here on the planet Earth. All right, they are the biggest influence on here on the planet Earth. You can read about that in the Revelation of the 13th chapter. Matter of fact, let me get that. You see, so rooting out iniquity and wickedness. Well, it starts with getting rid of Esau, man. Cause hey, what it tell you about Jake? Jake is the matter of fact. Before I get that, let me get this in Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. It says, "The righteous is more excellent." And who is the righteous? The nation of Israel. All right, that's the Israelites. All right. It says, "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor." Yeah, Esau. All right. It said, "But the way of the wicked seduceth them." Okay. It said, "But the way of the wicked seduceth them." All right. You see? And what seduce mean to an influence. All right. So let's get Revelation chapter 13. This is Revelation chapter 13. And verse. Okay. Verse 3. It says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death." Right? And that's going into the, for the, just a little, for those of you that don't know, that's going into the Roman Empire. You have 7 heads. All right, 7 heads of the beast, and one of them is the Roman Empire, and that's that head. That's the head that was wounded. You go back to 476 AD. 476 AD. All right, Esau was conquered. Well, the western region of the Roman Empire was deposed. All right, so that's the the head that was wounded. All right, so, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. All right, Esau fell. All right, it says, and his deadly wound was healed. Right, basically going into the Renaissance period. All right, it says, And all, now check it out. It says, in all the world. I mean, all nations. All right? All nations. And all the world wondered after the beast. You see? And all the world wondered after the beast. All right? Because, hey, America, the U.S. have influenced, been a influence on all these different nations. All right? Everywhere you go, you see JC, Jesus Christ. All right? And the scriptures also tell you about how they have drunk, these other nations have drunk of the cup, of the drunk of the wine of the fornication of the whore. All right? So they've been a great influence unto the world. I just read it right here. It says, and all the world wondered after the beast. All right? They've been a great influence on the world. So, you know, hey, going back to the scripture I quoted in the Apocrypha, the earth is iniquity or wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth because it is man, that because it is beast. All right. And you know, the nation of Israel is following after, you know, this system. The 2/3 rather of Israel, they're following after this system. All right. So they have to be taken out of the way in order for, you know, iniquity to cease. All right, on a cease from the level that it's on. All right, because Esau is like a cancer. Their ways is like a cancer. It spreads, and it's gonna continue to spread until they are ran off the earth, man. That's why they gonna only get 1,000-year period. All right, then after that, 1,000-year period of slavery. Salaki, 1,000-year period to serve hardcore slavery, and then after that, they gotta go. Because they were created for wickedness, man. And as long as they here on the planet Earth, if they stay here any longer than that, we let that race, the Edomites, we let that race stay here on the planet Earth. They going to do like they always do. Influence others to do iniquity. You know? Because look, like I said, it's in them. The scriptures say that it's impossible for them to be righteous, to do righteousness, man, and not to be wicked. So long as they here on the planet Earth, they gonna do what they're created to do, and they gonna persuade others, influence others to do that as well. Not Israel, because the nation of Israel, you read in the scriptures that what does it say? Let me get it. In the book of Isaiah. Let's see. You know what? I really don't have to get it. But like the scriptures say that all thy people Israel shall be righteous. So all thy people, that means all of Israel is going to be, because right now you only have a remnant of Israel that has been converted, that has, come into the truth. But eventually all of Israel, even, these thugs out here, gangsters, fucking sick-minded, whatever, they gonna all become righteous, man. All of them. And it's hard to it's hard to fathom that. You look at Jake now, because Jake is like really far gone, man. All right, and that's why they gotta be destroyed first. You see, because Yahweh Shemel Shai, he gonna cleanse Jake. All right, first, and he's gonna do that through the fire. You see, a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, the 2/3, they're not just being destroyed. No, they actually being. That's a way of Yahweh Shemel Shai cleansing the 2/3 before they come back. Then they're gonna come back righteous, clean. All right. They tell you that in the scriptures that through the fire. All right. Matter of fact, let me see. You see, because they're not just going to be just destroyed just to be for the hell of it. No, Yahweh Shemel Shai is ultimately cleansing them. Because look, it's a balance. Because right now, that's how the elect are being cleansed. And yeah, it's not through a literal fire, but it's a rigorous process. All right, that the rigorous cleaning process that the elect is going through, man. It don't feel good, the elect being cleansed through much trials and tribulations. It tell you that in the scriptures that they're often tried, man. That shit don't feel good, man. So the 2/3, they out here, they in the world. So now it's their turn, all right. So before they come in, they got to be cleansed and go through that rigorous, cleansing process. All right. It's Isaiah chapter 4:4. It says, "When the Lord shall have washed away the filth." Now listen up. It said, "When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning." You see that? So that's how he gonna cleanse the 2/3. All right, via nuclear destruction. All right, I'm gonna read that again. It says, "When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged." Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 3. It says, "And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion, and he that remaineth in Jerusalem," who is that? That's the elect. All right. It says, "shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem," the elect. All right. Verse 4, it says, "When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of," it says, "when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of Zion, of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning." Right, because that's the 2/3 being destroyed. But look, like we read, you gonna have a 2/3. That's them being cleansed. We're reading it right here. That's them being cleansed. All right, being purged by the fire. So when they come back in the kingdom, they gonna be completely righteous, man. All right, wickedness will be uprooted. Okay? And I was, want to show this little video clip, man, because and it's a video clip of an old movie, which is the X-Men, the Apocalypse. And the villain in that movie, he really represented Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, and I don't know. Those of you that seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna play a clip of it because the villain of that movie really came in a righteous fashion. Now to the world, he is seen wicked and evil as fuck. But really, a lot of these villains that play in these movies, represent Yahweh Shai, man. And to the world, that's what they deem. They deem Yahweh Shai as a villain. So, hey, what I tell you that in Revelation 11, that he was, where in a city where he was crucified. All right, so he Yahweh Shai, our Lord and our Savior, is always esteemed wicked, a villain. All right, but I'm gonna play a little video clip. All right, let's see. This is right here.
Doesn't it ever wake you up in the middle of the night? The feeling that someday they'll come for you and your children. I feel a great swirl of pity for the poor soul that comes to my school looking for trouble.
Some believe that the first mutant was born thousands of years ago. He was some kind of god, and he's going to rise again.
You are all.
Now, they said that he was a god. All right? All right?
My children, and you're lost.
Years ago, he was some kind of god, and he's going to rise again.
You are all my children, and you're lost because you follow blind leaders.
See, you hear that? He said, "You are all my children, and you are lost because you have followed blind leaders." What does that remind you of, man? All right? Is not that the words of Yahweh Shai? Is that not what's written in the Bible? All right? And last time I seen this movie was a long time ago, before I even came to the truth. All right? That's the last time I seen this movie. But, the Spirit, directed me to, bring this back up. All right? Because, we have spiritual lenses now. So, yeah, it's amazing what you see through these spiritual lenses, man. All right?
No more false gods. You are all my children, and you're lost because you follow blind leaders. No more false gods. I'm here now.
You hear what he said? He said, "No more false gods. I am here now." All right? This guy represents Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Coming in and establishing, all right, his throne here on the planet Earth. All right? But let's listen to more.
He always had 4 followers.
Like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Together we will cleanse the earth to the strongest.
See, so like he said, together we'll cleanse the earth. All right? And that's what Yahweh Shai gonna do with the 144,000. All right? Because the 144,000 helped him establish the earth. So they gonna help him cleanse the earth. All right? And that's what this villain, that's what he came to cleanse the earth, to the man. And he said no more. When you watch the movie, he said he would say as he's destroying everything, he would say, no more violence, no more this, no more that, no more everything. You're like, no more, man, no more. And those of you that seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about, man. And that's how Yahweh Shai gonna come. All this shit got to go, man. All this iniquity, all this violence, all this got to go. It's going to go. All right? Let's listen to more.
Take everything from them. He means to destroy this world. Millions of people killed.
Woo! Look at that. I forgot about that part in the movie. Slaki.
Four followers.
Like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Together we will cleanse the earth to the strongest.
Take everything from them. He means to destroy this world. Millions of people killed.
Look at that. I forgot about that part in the movie. They even show missiles being shot off, man. All right. And simultaneously, while this villain is on the earth doing what he do, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Yahweh Shai is gonna show up simultaneously as these missiles are going forth, man. All right.
Like stones all that we fought for.
The world needs the X-Men.
You're gonna join them, aren't you?
You wanted me to get out of the house more, right? It's all of us. Against a god.
It's all of us against the God. And this is the mindset that Esau really has, man. They really have this mindset that they preparing themselves to battle against the God. Yahweh Shai, man. You gotta look at these movies and understand that this is not just movies, man. This is really the intent and the mindset of Esau, man. They know that a supernatural being not of this world, that's not of this world, is going to visit this place one day. They know this. All right, so they preparing to fight against this God. All right, but Yahweh Shai is gonna prevail and eradicate all wickedness that they have established. All right, so let's go.
Let's go to war. Forget everything you think you know. You're not students anymore. You're X-Men.
Everything they built will fall.
Damn, you hear that? Everything that they built will fall. Is that not written in Malachi, the 1st chapter? They have built and I will throw down. All right? Man, you can't make this up, man. That's it. You see? So everything that they built will be thrown down, man. All the wickedness that they have established on the planet Earth will go. It's going to be uprooted, man. Yahweh Shai is coming to get rid of all this. All right? Because it's not just vexing to us, but it's much more vexing to Yahweh Shai Shai, man. All right? So let's get Psalms chapter 1. And we can close it out. Let me see. This is Psalm chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish." That's right. So all these wicked traditions, especially one that this nigga culture, that's finna go, man. All right, you got Jake out here walking around, they pants sagging. You got these gangs out here. All right, that Jake is involved in. All right, sitting on the corner smoking weed, at the corner store selling drugs. All right, all that shit finna go. All right, that's a part of the way of the ungodly. All right, read that again. It said, "For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish." That's right, in the kingdom. There's gonna be no more. This shit ain't gonna go on forever. All right. So get ready, get prepared, man, for a rulership. All right, a kingdom that is based off righteousness, man. All right. So Lord, when it was edifying to the body, to those that may, catch this lesson. Until next time, Shalom, wa ababa.